Hello and welcome to this masterclass on innovative batting. I've got Nasser Hussain alongside me to help me with this. Nasser, it's just changed so much. The game has changed. The 2020 format of it, the 50 over format, it's brought in so much more innovation, 360 all degrees.
It has, and a lot of people talk about this, the bat. A little bit to do with that. A lot of people talk about workout in the gym, a little bit to do with that. It's actually the main thing is the skill of the batsman. In our day, you know, you'd have been running into bowl and maybe Nick Knight or someone would charge you and put you off your length. Maybe the odd one would go back in their crease. I played with a lad, not a household name, in Martin Spate, played for Sussex and combined unis. And my eyes sort of lit up. He went down on one knee one day at Worcester and swept Neil Radford for 4 and 6. And I thought,
it wasn't slow.
It wasn't slow. And then Dilshan, he went down and played a scoop shot against us. And we went up in the dressing room and Duncan Fletcher went, do you know what? That is a really good shot. You cannot set a field to that. And again, we thought, no, that's got to be high risk. But you look now and nearly every batter can do that.
That's gone over Brad Haddin's head, way over it, and he landed just inside the rope. Amazing shot.
We've seen sweeps, reverse sweeps, switch hits, slog sweeps. That one was just middled over the keeper's head. Unbelievable.
A modern day player is taking risks. And the key thing is, when we look at some of these modern day players, they're hitting the same balls in such different areas.
It is incredible, and it's a nightmare, as a bowler, as you know. So there's a drive, then you bowl a similar ball, and it goes over backward square leg for 4. There's one going to third man, there's one going to fine leg. So you then suddenly think as a captain, I've asked my bowler to bowl exactly where I want him to, or her, and then it suddenly disappears all over the place. And the other thing with some of these is bat speed. Look at that one there. Some of the bat speed they have now through the ball is remarkable. They just get the hands. So a ball that you get nearly right, we've done some of these on the Yorker, so you get it nearly right, and somehow they get their hands through it and away. It's remarkable.
And then you go to what batsmen are trying to do. I mean, from a bowling point of view, the thing I would find the most difficult, I think, is batsmen manipulating the field. They're turning and saying, okay, this is where I'm going to make you bowl to me almost, and look at those sorts of differences.
It is, and also generally when you're bowling, you've got a set plan. The game has changed a little bit with the fielding restrictions anyway, so a captain and a bowler has their hands tied behind their back a little bit. But if I give you an example of Ben Stokes against South Africa, mid-off as a captain, I've said, come on, bring mid-off up, because, you know, he won't hit you over mid-off. Ben Stokes, being the cricketer he is, third man's gone back because you've got the number of people you need in the ring. And if you watch Ben Stokes here, he just absolutely knows where the field is. You always feel there's one fielder short out there. So what do? You say, okay, mid-off. You go back, third man, who's already got a bit of a strop on because you've sent him back to the boundary. You come up on the single, and then Ben Stokes is good enough to play that sort of shot. So you always, as a captain and a bowler, feel like you're one fielder short with these batsmen nowadays.
Oh, how clever is that? Gee, that is a good shot. That is so clever. It's risky, but it played perfectly into his hands.
Look at the balance from Dhoni. Great innovation, great stroke.
You know, I went back to those players I named that might charge or go back in the crease. What they do very well now is they are able to hit 360. They can sweep. They can reverse sweep. I only have to go back, and it's not just white ball cricket, I only have to go back to Kevin Peterson against your mate, Scott Styris. He turns around completely and switch hits him over mid-wicket. They have the reverse, they get their leg out the way and they hit over there. You know, they have their uppercut over there.
One of the keys to that one, is it getting low? I mean, the helmet's made a huge difference in the game of cricket. We've seen guys get hit regularly, but getting low and you can almost get your face in the way, can't you, and getting low for that scoop.
It's been brave. Yeah. So when we did try it all those years ago, we used to go like that, but we used to do that
because
we bottled it. Yeah. And then you are so susceptible being bowled behind your leg. You look at the best ones, and not only do they go down like that, a bowler like you or someone says, he's not scooping me, I'm going to bowl it here. And on some of those examples we saw, they start by thinking, I'm going to hit it here. And they are so cricketing aware now from this position against a fast bowler. You're so aware to go, I'm going to go like that. And you can't do anything about that.
One thing is, though, they practice it. And that's the key. They're in the nets, they're practicing it the whole time, and that is the key to the whole situation.
It is, and we watch them, don't they? We turn up the day before and you see them You know, we used to be in there like that, getting in, don't get out. Now, I think that's another thing we must mention in this masterclass. That fear of failure has gone. If you look at England winning that World Cup, Owen Morgan and Trevor Bayliss said, just go out and express yourself. If you get out playing one of these shots, don't worry about it. And the best example...
Your job's not on the line.
No,
your place in the team is not on the line.
As long as you've practiced it. They did say, did you practice that the game before? Don't just suddenly go to a high-risk shot that you've not practiced. It probably all started with A.B. de Villiers. He was probably the best 360 hitter. And I mentioned England there. I'm going to be a bit of England bias. But look at Jos Buttler here, mate. I mean, this is just phenomenal hitting. Would you say he's one of the best 360?
I think so. And something you talked about before as well is, for me, his hands, his wrists, his sort of that flick of the wrist through the ball for Jos Buttler. These sorts of things here, which it's not coached. We normally coach, you know, stay in line, keep that elbow high. He is all about flicking those wrists. He can hit the ball all around the ground, anywhere you like. We talk about 360, A.B. de Villiers, Jos Buttler. There are a couple of others. I mean, the early ones I think about the likes of Andy Flower, perhaps, who brought some innovation into the game. But this is just superb from Buttler. He is a top-notch quality.
It is, and it's a good lesson to anyone when you're growing up, boy or girl, play other sports as well. Because a lot of these guys, like Buttler, like de Villiers, like Andy Flower, they were fabulous hockey players. You look at Owen Morgan, they got good hands from playing other sports. So it's not just about cricket. These guys nowadays can hit a ball that you think you've got just about right, 360 degrees, and that makes them so tricky to bowl at.